Alright, this is page 16 in Without Sanctuary.
Let me get this first. Everything these devils did, they're gonna have to pay for it. It's gonna be an atonement for it.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 6. Reward her, even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works.
That's right. So everything we about to read, this is what's been done to us. So this is examples on what we gonna be able to do to them, according to her work, according to what they did to us.
And the cup which she hath filled to her double.
That's right. So that cup, which is also slavery, mainly talking about that slavery, they definitely gonna get that hardcore bondage.
How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her.
That's right, so much torment and sorrow. Because that's what they put pure hell on Jade. Not only the Negroes, but also the Latinos and the Native Americans. So for all these wicked acts, it's a price to pay.
For she said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow. I gotta finish it off. I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
That's right, because they don't think they're gonna get punished for it. They don't think that the Lord just bypassed all that. But it's a price to pay. They're gonna have to pick up that tab.
Alright, this is page 16 in Without Sanctuary. It says, members of a mob in Okemah, Oklahoma entered the local jail to seize Lord Nelson.
So this woman was already in jail, and a mob broke into the jail and brought her out to jail.
Accused of murdering a sheriff, then raped the black woman before hanging her along with her teenage son.
So they raped her, killed her and her son. Why? She was already in jail. And she supposedly killed the sheriff, which is probably bullshit. But that's showing, you know what I'm saying, you black women, how y'all love the so-called white man so much. He was killing y'all too. He was putting that oppression on y'all too. But y'all want to be, you know what I'm saying, buddy-buddy. Yeah, that's
this is page 14. It says, after learning of the lynching of her husband, Mary Turner, in her 8th month of pregnancy, vowed to find those responsible.
That's right. So this lady is 8 months pregnant, and when it say happened to her husband, he got lynched. Her husband got lynched, so she's wanting to see what the signs behind it was. Who did it?
Vowed to find those responsible, swear out warrants against them, and have them punished in the courts. For making such a threat, a mob of several hundred men and women determined to teach her a lesson.
Several hundred men and women, because she said she want to find out who murdered her husband. So several hundred white men and women came up against this lady.
Hey, that goes back to what we were saying earlier. They're talking about like the Facebook comments saying, oh, niggas always gotta do something in mobs and shit. Here you go, you niggas it's an recording in history that you mobbed up behind a woman. You mobbed up to go get a woman. You know?
It's several hundred. This thing necessary. Reading on, it says, after tying her ankles together, they hung her from a tree, head downward.
Upside down.
Dousing her clothes with gasoline, they burned them from her body.
And they burned her clothes off of her while she was hanging upside down.
While she was still alive, someone used a knife, ordinarily reserved for splitting hogs, to cut open the woman's abdomen.
That's right. Why? She's 8 months pregnant, mind you.
Then the infant fell from her womb. The infant fell from her womb to the ground and cried briefly. whereupon a member of this Valdosta, Georgia mob crushed the baby's head beneath his heel.
That's right, then he just stepped on the baby head and crushed it. Give me Psalms 137:7. Because that's the scriptures talk about that. That's exactly what we gonna do to you. This is that double. So if you got twins, we're gonna do it to both them motherfuckers.
You gotta be a ruthless motherfucker to do something like that, man.
Right, to hang a pregnant woman upside down, burn her clothes off of her, cut her stomach open, had a baby fall out, and then you step on the baby head.
Psalms 137:7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom and the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
That's right, we're going to be happy in that day when we get to do to you exactly what you did to us.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
That's right. You stepped on our heads, we're going to take y'all and we're going to throw you against the stones. That's double. Because that stone is going to be way harder than that bottom of the shoe. Got something, brother?
Micah 5:15. And I will execute judgment in anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard.
That's right. You ain't never gonna see or even heard of half the stuff that we're gonna be able to do to you. Especially, Lord willing, once we get those spiritual powers. But in the kingdom, man, it's gonna be beautiful what we get to do to you. When we get our revenge, we're gonna try to put that spirit on us.
Back in the book, it says hundreds of bullets were then fired into Mary Turner's body, completing the work in the mob.
That's overkill. You done already cut the baby out of her stomach, and then you shot her with guns. Hundreds of bullets, hundreds of times. That's what you devils did. To the nigga woman at that. That's what he did. That's what that's what the devil did to you nigga women. And now you boast him up like he's the best thing on earth. Best thing since baked bread. Won't touch a black man.
The Associated Press, in its notice of the affair, observed that Mary Turner had made quote-unquote unwise remarks.
All because she made, quote, unwise remarks. Come on now.
About the execution of her husband, and the people in their indignation, in their indignant mood, took exceptions to her remark as well as her attitude.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Let me go to page 20. Should be in.
This is page 20. It says, not only did distinguished public officials at all levels of government hesitate to condemn lynching, but some also chose to participate in lynch mobs.
That's right, so it wasn't just everyday Joe Six-Pack crackers. It was from them on up to the senators, to the governors, people of power. Everybody was persecuting Jay. Whether you didn't have a job, whether you had office, it don't matter. But anytime y'all in trouble, that's who y'all want to run to. Y'all want to run to the government or the politicians or the police. It just said that they got that lady out the jail and executed her. How did they get in there? If you would go to jail, it's the police job to protect you while you in there to a certain extent. If another inmate gets you, then another inmate gets you. But I'm not supposed to be able to break into the police station or into a prison and be able to get you in there.
Without getting shot.
Right.
So, I got a precept. 1 Corinthians 6:1. That any of you having a matter against another, go to the law before the unjust and not before the saints? Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters? The point is, going to the law before the unjust. Why would you go to the courthouse? Why would you go to the courthouse to seek judgment? To get judgment on somebody, man. Especially if you're a Jake. You know? Try to go through the system and work the system. I mean, you can do it to a certain extent, but like, don't be expecting justice. You know? You can try. But that was what she did. She tried to go to the law before the unjust. You know? The same people that she tried to go to for help when the last woman went and lynched her ass.
Yep.
You know?
Back on page 20, it says, I led the mob which lynched Nelson Patton.
This is the senator speaking. He said he led the mob.
I led the mob which lynched Nelson Patton, and I am proud of it. A former U.S. Senator from Mississippi, William Van Amberg Sullivan, posted in 1908. I directed every movement of the mob, and I did everything I could to see that he was lynched.
That's right. He told them what to do, how high to string him up, how tight to do the rope, how many bullets to shoot in him, how to chop off his ear, cut out his kidney. They did all of that. And it wasn't just, like I said, it wasn't just these low-level Edomites. It was the people of power. It was those same Caesars and those same senators back in the day coming back, you know what I'm saying, putting that same hell on Jay.
And the public burning of John Hartfield in Jones County, Mississippi, the district attorney, who would later be elected to Congress, not only witnessed the burning, but used the occasion for some electioneering. And
that's right. He's doing with Obama and Romney. That's the equivalent of Romney coming to a black lynching, taking pictures, kissing white babies. You know what I'm saying? Pulling the cord to hang a Jake. You know what I'm saying? His damn self.
They both agree on going over the Middle East and dropping drones on them.
Right.
They both agree on that.
They campaign. He's campaigning at the lynching.
Obama used killing Osama bin Laden's campaign.
Right.
That's all it is. You know, you go out there passing gay laws, ain't nothing but leverage for getting reelected. You know, even though it's all according to Esau's agenda, but at the same time it helps you get elected in these times. And that time it was more out there and blatant about racism. So basically, if you lynch somebody, that shit, you could be the president. You know?
That's how they was able to stay in office as well. Because if you wasn't lynching Jakes, then you wasn't getting elected.
It says, he not only witnessed the burning, but used the occasion for some electioneering and refused to bring charges against the mob leaders.
And then he refused to...
That's the devil.
What are them that decree unrighteous decrees?
And guess what? Hey, that happens to this day, man. You know, just like that nigga woman got peanuts thrown at her ass, man. You know, oh, these people gonna be dealt with, man. Bet you them niggas still got a job. Paying more than her. Alright?
They got kudos after that.
Yeah. You know, they probably got fired from that job and got hired at a higher position. You know? But basically the point is the same thing is happening today. There's even more laws to let them do it. There's even more loopholes for them to get better jobs. A job behind a desk where they ain't doing nothing. Hiring and firing.